Corny, corny, corny. Oh, corny, 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 corny. Oh, way, corny, corny. Hi, hi everybody, it's JB here, and as you can tell, I'm a happy chappy this morning. Burnley won 3-1 yesterday, and I'm going to declare something now. Forget Messi, forget Ronaldo. Maxwell Cornet is the genuine GOAT. Oh, greatest of all time for me after yesterday. Fantastic performance. Not just from Cornet himself, but from the whole Burnley team. It's the first time in a while I've actually said this about Burnley. It's like, for the last 9 weeks I've been complaining about whether it's refereeing decisions, whether we've been rubbish, or whether we've not played good enough. I don't know, but we've been unlucky. For the last 9 weeks I've been saying all these things, and yet now we've actually won a game. It's like, it's like Christmas came early for us last night. We've actually won a game. We've actually out the bottom three of Spring Stand. Although, in a serious note, we could be back in the bottom three, but if Leeds beat Norwich, which they should do, but you never know. Hopefully Norwich might just nick a point or nick 3. That'll tighten things up a little bit, but it'll keep us out the bottom 3 for another 6 days or so, which would be great. But having said all that, though, great result yesterday, and we needed it because things were getting a bit tense. Maybe they performed well because it was Sean Dyche's 9th anniversary as Burnley gaffer, so there was a lot of good play. I thought we played well at Southampton last week and didn't get anything. We made some silly mistakes which cost us 2 points. We might have had 6 points from ours. I think we could have been. The funny thing is, we could have had 12 points by now. If we'd have won against Southampton. But having said that, yesterday was a fantastic performance. We looked very energetic in the way we played the game. We looked very, very accomplished. It's as if we've been in this division for years. I don't know how this has happened, really. We outplayed Brentford. I don't care what happened in the second half. I don't really care. We won the game in the first, so we should have won it by five or six, really, because we were playing them off the pot. I think they had one chance, maybe two, when Pope saved from Tony. Then from the corner he made a bit of a flap, and then Ben Mee headed it off the line. Apart from that, though, we were well on top. We were the better team. We took the lead 3 minutes in, ball over the top, Chris Wood onto it like a flash, and that's what I've wanted to see him do. He's been confident. He hasn't been confident enough in front of goal for me this season. Scored a scruffy one against Leeds, and it was massively scruffy, let's be honest, but this one was a good goal. The ball over the top, he's hit it first time on the bounce on the half volley. It's a terrific goal. That really gave us a good platform. Then the Tony save, then Brentford hit back, they had the Tony save, and then they had that pot flat which they couldn't take advantage of, and then after that we broke away from their corner, second corner in succession. We broke away. Gudmundsson's clean through. He's onside because when the ball is played, he's in his own half. So under the rules of the game, he can't be offside. So again, anyone complaining that he was offside, or it was beyond the last defender, it's totally irrelevant because he was in his own half. Okay, just want to clear that one up. He's onside and he's clean through, and he's probably got too much time, to be fair, Johan, and he's hit it straight at the goalkeeper, which was a bit of a disappointment. Then we had a goal chalked out for offside, and it was by a minimal decision. I mean, one trait in Chris Wood's game is obviously the fact that he just strays offside, even by a fingernail, even by one little finger, he strays offside. You see, and that's sometimes. And that's sometimes, you see, very disappointing, because you'd like to give the benefit of the doubt under the rules. They're supposed to give the benefit, I thought, to the attacking team, but on this occasion they didn't. So Cornet should have had a hat-trick yesterday because he got denied one, for an offside. But, his time was to come. We make it 2, Cornet is involved, the ball's hooked back, Taylor crosses it in, and it's a simple goal, really. Lawton comes in. It's poor defending from Brentford. and we just cashed in Lawton with a header down into the ground. Goalkeeper's no chance, hits the left hand corner of the net, and we're thinking, yes, this is easy street here, 2-0. And it got even better. Ball hit from Lawton, good little play, good football as well for Dwight McNeil involved, and he got it to Maxwell Cornet, far side of the area. He cut inside and he hit this unstoppable half volley which just sailed beautifully to the top corner of the net. Now that is the sort of goal, that's the sort of player we've been crying out for at Burnley for many years. Maxwell Cornet is the GOAT, and I'm going to reflect that in the marks in a second. Second half we obviously dropped off. We should have scored another one. Wood had another chance, but we were creating chances, and we could have been 4 or 5-0 up at the break, and that is the honest truth. If you know, watch the full 90 minutes back, you can watch it on Clarence Plus. No extra charge, by the way. You don't pay for it. All you got to do is subscribe, and then you'll find out what I'm talking about. Anyway, basically that was that, and then you know, I mean, second half we switched off a little bit. We had chances. Brentford made a couple of changes. G.O.A.T, I think it was, he made a bit of an impact for them, scored a good volley to bring it back to 3-1, but the game was won anyway. We'd had it won in the first half, so you know, we'll let Brentford have one back. You know, but we outplayed him. Despite all that, I felt over the piece we outplayed him in every department, and you know, we could have had a 4 towards the end, but you know, at the end of the day, to win by 3-1 and to end that 14 match winless streak at home, that was our first win since late January. So you know, it's 8 months we've had to endure without a home win. It's been a bit of a chasing and experience, 14 games without a win at home, but I'll tell you what, yesterday was well worth it. You know, it was like, you know, it was a different Burnley that really turned up. It was an all action, all penetrating Burnley. And we played some really good stuff. Now, obviously, the press give us a raw deal sometimes down south because we obviously don't, you know, to the learned southerner, and I've got a lot of southern friends, and that's no disrespect to them. I'm talking about southern journalists, you know, from Fleet Street. To the people from Fleet Street, we just hoof it into the stratosphere. We don't. Yesterday was completely different. Even Ian Dowie said it when I watched it back on Sky yesterday. We actually played some really good stuff along the deck, and it was really good to see. And I think with Maxwell now in the team, I think we look a bit more of a different proposition, and we've got a bit more to offer. It's you know, a third dimension to offer in attack. I really do. So yeah, very pleased about with the performance, and the referee went off bad even. John Moss, one of my least favourite refs, and he actually had a decent game for once. Which was quite, which to cap it off was actually quite an amazement, to be quite honest with you. Anyway, let's get into the marking. Nick Pope 7. He flacked a bit on one of the corners, but apart from that, he was faultless. Had no chance on their goal. Made a great save at 1-0 from Ivan Toney. Terrific save, low down, and he's only got about a second and a half reaction time. That was a world-class save, and if I tell you what, if Gareth Southgate was watching yesterday, he's got to sit up and take notice of that save. I don't give 2 hoots about distribution or anything like that. Sod that, you know. You should be judged on your goalkeeper, and Pope made a really good save. Apart from that, he didn't have really that much to do. Whatever ball came up in the air, 99 times over 100 yesterday, he caught it. So he gets a 7. Matt Lawton, he gets a 7 as well, because he was absolutely immense. One of the best games he's played for a long time. He said, I think before the game, that he wanted to get more involved in the goals, more maybe the assisting rather than the scoring. But he went one better and scored, and it was a simple header. But he made some really good runs. Him and Goodmanson again hit it off. I think he's now responding well to Connor Roberts coming into the club, because he played against Tottenham the other night and did okay in our cup defeat, and I thought that was a much improved display from Matt Lawton. Brilliant from him, so he gets a 7. Tarkowski gets a 7. You know what you're going to get with James Tarkowski. Obviously, didn't give much away. Neither did Ben Mee. They both get 7s actually, to be fair. Taylor gets a 7 as well. again, not much went down the left, but what he did okay. You know, was found wanting a little bit on the Tony chance, but apart from that, again, decent match. Midfield, Johan Gudmundsson, 7. I'd have given him 8 if he'd have stuck that ball in the back of the net during the halfway through the first half, but he didn't. But he still did well, linked up really well down the right. I felt with Matt Lawton, terrific performance, and again, you've got to give Gudmundsson a 7. The two midfielders, Brownhill, I thought had a quiet game. I'm going to give him a 7 as well. I think I'm going to give most of them a 7 because they did well. I thought Brownhill had a much quieter game, but he did the dirty work, I suppose. So I'll give him 7 as well. I'll give the same to Westwood. He almost scored from a corner actually in the first half when he had the goalkeeper flapping a bit, which led to a chance, another half chance. I think the referee had blown anyway, some misdemeanor anyway, but he got a 7. I'm going to leave Maxwell Cornet till last because he gets the best marks. McNeil, again, another 7. Decent performance. Best I've seen from him for a little while. Ran up again, tireless running. Got back, helped out a bit in defence. And looks really, really good on the ball. Claims an assist on Cornet's goal. Terrific goal it was. Chris Wood gets an 8. That was the Chris Wood I know and admire. Back to his bulging best, scoring a good goal. Scoring a good goal. And then the man of the moment, Maxwell Cornet. He gets a 9 from me. In fact, I'm going to give him a 10. Maxwell gets a 10. He's my man of the match, actually. He could have had a hat-trick yesterday, but he scored one of the goals of the season for me. Terrific shot into the top corner. Team performance, 9.5. I'd have given it 10 if they hadn't conceded, but 9.5 is fantastic for me. That's a brilliant team performance because we went at it, hammer and tongs. Not one player went underneath 7, so I'm going to give it 9.5. It would have been 10 if they hadn't conceded that late goal to Brentford. Sean Dyche, 8 for me. Tactically got it right, and I don't know what he put in the half-time cup of coffee or the pre-match drinks, but it worked. I don't care if it's testosterone or steroids. Something stirred them up, didn't they? And it was just a fantastic performance for sure. So I'm quite pleased with the result. I'm hoping that Norwich can do us a bit of a favour today against Leeds. If I'd have known then what I knew now when I was doing the TCO position, I'd have gone for a Norwich win. Sorry, Russ, but I can't change it now. I've gone for 2-0 Leeds. Confession time. But all in all, though, delighted with the result, and it's nice to actually make a nice, happy video instead of the dull, lifeless, boring, ranty ones that I've been making for the last 9 weeks, or maybe for the last 8 months. So I'm absolutely thrilled to bits. Great result, and Maxwell, you're the GOAT. Let me tell you. Right, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Before I go, just a quick reminder that Chris Whiteman has got something special on his channel. You'll be coming up on the CW channel very soon. I'm going to show you the trailer for it right now.